What's up, guys? It's Black with some more RA content in what could be the sneak peek of the Raggle finals. We have Kav in his home color playing as the UK, and down here in the bottom playing as France in his blue, it is of course Happy, aka Hapster, aka Not Happy. We are on Bossman, the naval map of Raggle, made by Megatank. There is 3 oil derricks in the center, so we are very likely to, the very minimum, see some transports being made just to grab them, because that is so much eco so early on, and that looks exactly like what Kav's going to do. And the same thing for Happy here. The only difference is Kav's going to be a little bit quicker on it since he placed his racks closer to his double mine patch in the beginning. So yeah, this could decide who gets first and second if Fazar drops. If Fazar does not drop, then Happy will still need to put him, and that'll be another cast to see, I'm sure. But if Fazar does drop, then whoever wins 2-0 here, or if they split, that could cause a tiebreaker. It'll be very interesting to see. Looks like Happy got the power plant first, and then the naval yard, where Kav got the naval yard first. Definitely the correct decision there. He's going to have transport out basically a full build time before Happy even gets his out. And Happy still has not captured that naval derrick, so he's going to be that much quicker. See which way Kav wants to go. He's going to go down here to the bottom. I think I would actually rather try to go here and deny my opponent. I think that'd be a smarter play. If you deny your opponent, then it's going to be that much more costly for them to get back into it, and it's going to be that much easier for you to secure. If you deny him here, then it may be worth considering building another transport and then just coming down here anyways. Definitely delay your build and build into a power plant to support yourself, but if you can control 6 oil derricks, you're probably going to have a pretty easy game. Looks like Kav's going to go for the pillbox first. I don't disagree with that at all. That's going to stir up your defenses here in case Kav or Happy was trying to push him. Same time, Happy's just doing the same thing. He's coming over here to his right side, so both sides are going to get their 3 oil derricks relatively safely. And yep, looks like Kav is going to go for the oil derricks first, and then hospital, and the turrets last. It makes the most sense. Get that economic boon when you can. Happy's Perfector is a little slow behind, about 15 seconds, so that's quite interesting. There's no good reason for that. Maybe he was just distracted with some early micro. I don't know how rusty Happy is. I see him a lot in team games, so he shouldn't be super rusty. At this rate, Kav's probably not super rusty either. He's been playing quite a bit. But yeah, I think this game's going to have some spiciness to it. I think it's going to be a really good showcase of potential finals. Happy's 2 oil derricks down. He's going straight for oil derricks. He's got 4 extra rifles with him, so not super concerned about a transport landing on his beach and stealing his oil derricks. That'll be maybe late game. We'll have to see. Kav's rolling out of here with the Ranger. He has some rifle scouts out too in case there was an early rifle push. Don't think that was going to happen from Happy at all. This Ranger is probably going to be able to sniff out an MCV, although honestly I'd rather have your MCV on the front of this base. That puts you this much closer to there, protects your ore field a little bit better anyways. Happy's just going to adjust for that Ranger. Took a nice chunk of it, but Kav's going to get that Ranger away. If it's not, yep, he goes back. Okay. I was going to say, pick off those rifle scouts when you can. And he'll just, once that SD comes out, which is up to 5 hearts, so it should be coming out pretty soon. 1-0, just repair that Ranger. Probably instantly what he's going to do. As soon as he figures it out, there we go. Looks like he's going straight into MCV. That's totally fine. Happy, similar timing, just a little bit slower, and he's going to have an MCV out 10 seconds later, so nothing so terrible right now. Just using his transport to scout a little bit. I mean, honestly, like a gunboat or shoot just to kill this power plant is actually pretty big, especially if you know that your opponent sells this off. Gunboats will force off a little bit. I mean, some rockets will instantly kill a gunboat, but if you can just delay that, economy of your opponent a little bit, cut down their power, slow their building down, that can also be really good. Happy denying that scout on the ore patch. Kav's probably thinking, yeah, he's gonna check with Ranger too, which is always smart. Gonna kill those 2 rifles pretty easily as soon as he figures it out. Yep, there we go. Second one going down. Happy's gonna try to chase with that Ranger, but 2 Rangers versus Rangers is gonna take years before each other kills each other. Kav going in the middle, which I think is a little bit better. And he's still got that 10-second lead on Happy. 10 seconds not that huge of a deal. Happy's not gonna lose from that, but Kav much quicker on the harvester transfer than Happy, and it makes sense. And Happy is 10 seconds behind, so maybe 5 seconds from now Happy will transfer. First medium tank out for Kav. first medium tank out for Happy. Both players pretty much doing the same thing. Should snipe that engineer because it's a free $40 bounty. You know, could bet up that ranger, which could make a difference in a fight. Looks like Kav brought his engineer back onto the ground. He's going to capture those comm centers, which are actually pretty important on this map. Just because, you know, they provide perfect scouting on that flank for you, which is a great early detection. If Happy was aware of this right now, which I think he is, well, Kav's going to see the ranger there. Happy's got a good idea. He needs to scout here, though, because Kav has this kind of waiting in the wings. You can think he can have this clean engagement on this infantry here, but he attacks through here. There's a pillbox. There's a bunch more stuff in the back, too, so it's kind of a trap. I mean, Happy is usually really good at scouting, so I would imagine that he's going to see it. But it looks like he's, he actually might catch the Sims feet, which would be pretty big. And I think he's going to. He sees it. He's going in for it. Now Kav's going to have to adjust. After the Sims feet is dead, that's for sure. And Kav's not having a great angle of attack right here. Happy needs to get his tanks in the front, and I think he'll take this engagement. Kav's tanks in the front now, but they're going down. Happy still has this tank in the front, which is making all the difference here. And Kav is actually going to take that. I'm not sure I expected that. Looks like maybe was the rocket density there, and maybe the reinforcement path making a big difference there. Engineer going to the back getting killed. Now Kav's trying to take it to Happy, but Happy should be able to defend this. Although he needs to get that tank out of there. It's not doing anything. Secondary army coming in the wings. And yeah, Kav's going to push here, and it's going to be pretty costly. He's going to lose a lot of infantry, probably draw back to even. But somehow he's still making it work. I don't know how this is doing it. This is Kav at his finest, just pushing through when he would not expect it. But without that tank, Kav is going to lose all this army. But Happy's army value is super low, 2,000 to 9,000. And he's still pushing through. One more pillbox coming down. Getting a target fired on the rockets, but he's still going to lose that pillbox, I think. Oh my god. How is Kav doing this? Another medium tank going down for Happy, and Happy has 3 rockets to his name. Another pillbox coming down. There's 3 more rockets to kill, and he's not target firing the rockets. Oh no. He's losing another pillbox, and Kav is still here knocking on his door. How is this happening? This medium tank actually probably going to die to 2 more rockets again. Nope, never mind. The rockets finally get targeted down. But 3 more medium tanks showing up in your face, and you have 1 rocket to support. That is scary. Kav probably going to get the crush on the rocket. Yep, he does, because that is what Kav does. And now Happy has to deal with 3 medium tanks just poking at your harvesters, which is so much DPS. It's so annoying. They can have the same pace as your harvesters, so you can't outrun them like you can a heavy tank. They're going to get all the way down here. Happy has to chase with his medium tanks or have some rockets ready, but 3 medium tanks can outrun rockets, and they can definitely take on a solo medium tank. So I don't know. I think Kav is already in a really great position. He's got plenty of extra army. Happy is up to tier 2, which could make the difference, but both floating 11k, that's how much money's on this map from those 3 Eldricks. That's crazy. Kav's going to attack here on this left side. Pillbox is not going to be enough to save this. That's going to be the end of the radar, maybe the end of this MCV if Cappy doesn't pull it back, which doesn't look like he's going to try. Might get away just because he gets distracted by the tank, but nope, he's going to see the radar, probably should get distracted by that. If Happy can snipe out the rockets, that can make all the difference, but the medium tank's still going to hunt down that MCV. That MCV is forfeit. Now on Happy's Blackhawk micro there was not the greatest, but somehow the Blackhawk gets out of dodge and still alive. Very, very scrappy fight. Happy just throwing everything he can. Kav doing the same thing. Blackhawk comes back in. Great angle there. Needs to get out of there now. Probably just go to the SD. Happy looks like he finally gets some lucky crushes. Gonna force Kav back. These 3 mini tanks were some of the surviving ones from the backside of the Happy's base. They're gonna get back out, sent to their SD, and that'll be a nice little armor bonus for Kav going on to this later. Looks like this game actually kind of stabled out. It looks like Kav was going to take it there for a second. Happy is down an expansion, and he only has the 1 MCV. Kav is also on tier 2 too, so you know, Happy, it's not over yet. He's got, you know, some play left here, but Kav's it's such a threat when Kav is ahead like that, and it's always scary. I'm sure Happy is pretty calm in the nerve department. We'll have to see. Another good concave coming here from Kav. Gonna kill a media tank for free. Happy's going to try to find an angle with these Blackhawks. I imagine there's 3 of them, so that will change all the difference here, but that one is so low on health. He's going to go here to try to get those tanks into the front, which he is, and now he's going to come in the back. He can definitely do it. He's got to be very careful, though. He does not want to lose that one Blackhawk. The Kav running straight into Happy's army. Actually going to kill all of that retreating force. Loses the one Blackhawk and a bunch of his rockets. That kind of sucks, but that swung the army value back into Happy's favor, so it's still an open game. Kav has 3 helipads all clustered nice near each other. Still floating 15k. Yeah, like they've expanded. I mean, I guess you still kind of have to expand again, because you know that money's gonna run out, but there's just so much money from those oil derricks. It's crazy. You get them so quickly and they sit there all game. Maybe definitely worth it as Happy to take these Blackhawks and just snipe these oil derricks. That'll probably actually make a huge difference. Something I'll think about if I have to play this map against one of these guys. The typical Happy pillbox is actually quite light on him. He's only got 4 on the field right now, and it is minute 11. I see an engineer from Kav actually going to capture that power plant. The Blackhawk force for Kav is up and in force, though. And that power plant is going to go down. If he loses that war factor, that could be pretty game-changing. Fortunately, you don't get any infantry assault from naval yards, so that does put Happy low power, and that probably should cue him off that he's lost power somewhere. We'll see how long it takes him to figure that out. He does figure it out with the Blackhawk right there. Unfortunately, Kav has his own Blackhawks, and he says goodbye, infantry. That little tank flank is gone. I mean, if I'm Kav, honestly, I'm just going to burn that ammo on that medium tank and send those back to refill, but maybe he'll get another go right here, because Happy's trying to chase. He's going to get 1. No. There goes 1. Oh, this could be a good swing right here. 2, 3. Oh, and Happy is attacking right here. So all they did to kill 2 more Blackhawks, but Kav is more than ready with his big army in the wings. I like this expansion rush from Happy just trying to push there, but yeah, Happy's going to lose this entire army too. He's running through the pillboxes. The pillboxes are eventually getting targeted on the right thing. Destroyers from Kav, that's right. Kav is building Navy. Oh, and Happy never captures that. That is unfortunate. It leaves these oil derricks very vulnerable, and I think destroyers can absolutely kill all that. Maybe not the hospital. If Kav starts being aware of that and kills them, yep, there he goes. Watch Happy's float disappear in just a second. I'll have to look at the eco graph in this game to see how much those oil derricks did. At the same time, Happy's got 4 more Blackhawks totally refilled, and that medium tank's actually probably preventing them from being sniped. I see another little attack right here. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Gets the harvest, gets the refinery and pulls back out, but this is where all the action is. Happy can... I don't know, there's a lot of medium tanks to deal with, and he's not that heavy on rockets, but he does have a bunch of Blackhawks, and that could swing the battle. Decent engagement here by Happy, good concave, and Blackhawks are going to have free reign on this left side. And I think Kav's going to get routed there. 1 Blackhawk going down, 2nd Blackhawk going down, 3rd Blackhawk barely gets away. He needs to send those back, but once again, 3 more medium tanks in the back. It's always scary. It looks like he's more prepared this time. Kav still has that power plant, which is kind of funny. Happy sells off his Navy R2, which is not great. Fortunately, that is out of the destroyer's vision, so they are not shooting it, but he's down to 1 oil derrick left. 4 medium tanks sailing over your base. These harvesters are very exposed. Happy up to tier 3, and I don't see any tier 3 from Kav yet, although Kav did lose a tank to a tank flank here. Unfortunately, that medium tank going to go down for Happy right there. Barely. Tank's going down here. Figures it out, kills his last oil derrick, so Happy's float is going to disappear pretty shortly. Needs to get these 2 Blackhawks repaired. Oh man, this is Blackhawks. Good days and bad days. They're killing a lot of infantry, but they are also not dying. These 3 destroyers actually are probably going to cut off all of this. 1 Blackhawk here to spread vision, and these harvesters are surely forfeit. It'd be really great if we'd had some Dunkirk action and that medium tank got in transport and got out of there, but it's just gonna rotate back to the top. And it looks like Kav sticking with 1 MCV. Where is his other MCV? He's on 1 MCV? How did that happen? I must have missed that somehow. That sucks. I wonder if it got killed on the expansion over here when the ref got killed or something like that. Tanya's out for Happy. He's gonna kill that power plant. Probably worth it then rather than trying to capture with an engineer. Kav very deathbally right now, where Happy is a little bit more split, but Happy does have a larger air force just by a slight margin, although 2 of those are pretty heavily wounded, and 1 AA gun will absolutely wreck it. But unfortunately, Kav is down to that 1 MC, and he moved his MC away, which means this attack could actually be really effective, and Kav's gonna have a lot of his infantry go down right there. Pulls back by Happy. Smartly done. There was an AA gun in the waiting. Love to see some longbow action. But yeah, Kav's gonna rotate all the way across. Happy's gonna be aware of it. He saw it with Blackhawks. Looks like he's sending just a little bit across. There's a second SD. That's kind of weird. That must have been a mistake by Kav, but Happy's probably gonna snipe that, and it's actually gonna not gonna do anything. He's gonna think he has a little advantage, but he doesn't. Losing the radar though, that can make a difference. Fortunately, oh, the Blackhawks are targeting the wrong thing. He's gonna lose a Blackhawk. And all of this is going to get swallowed by Kav, but he is going to lose his radar first because his attack move was just on the wrong side. Doesn't matter, he can still produce Blackhawks. Oh, it looks like Refinery got sniped and a bunch of Blackhawks went down there. Kav rotating back in the middle, the Air Force from Happy. This is bugging me that he's not repairing those. Happy, I know you can do it. I believe in you, but you're probably going to lose them. A-gun going to get slowly chipped away by rifles, but Happy has some rifles there to kill him. Oh, another tank flank right here. These harvesters are kind of precariously, but Kav has enough army to push that back easily. Once the melee tank is gone, he could even just wait for his Blackhawks to kill him. The destroyers are now finally figuring out that they need to go over here. Looks like it was a Q select maybe? Oh, Blackhawks going down. There was one of them. No, it wasn't. That was a full health Blackhawk that went down. That's going to allow Kav, or Happy rather, to rotate back to his right side. And he's not killing that refinery. He needs to kill the refinery, get out. Yep, perfect. No artillery from either of these players, and that could also make a big difference. Instead, they're just focusing on Blackhawks. And once again, the Blackhawks are shooting out the medium tanks from Kavs. He's just kind of attack moving through. I mean, it's fine. He's not really using these Blackhawks as efficient as he could, but I think he still has the army advantage, and he does. 42k to 30,000. But Tanya is in the wings right here. This could make a big difference. We'll have to see how it goes. Will Kav be able to get the crush off? And he does. Oh, that is going to change the way this battle goes. No armor left from either side, but there is some pillboxes for Happy, but Kav's got a great angle. And it's going to go down, and a secondary army from Kav is getting routed by all these Blackhawks. Oh my god. But he's still pushing throughout the top, and Happy just does not have the army left. He's going to have a Tanya coming out again, and that could make a difference. There's no Blackhawks to kill her. All this infantry is going to get pushed away. Might get a harvester on this way out. Oh, but he is going to lose his tech center. Just 4 medium tanks if he keeps these on the move. Second harvester going down. Third harvester going to go down. Tech center goes down. Oh. If he can get these medium tanks to actually crush this Tanya again, that'll be huge. The Blackhawks are back, so this Tanya is actually going to go down. And Kav is in a great position to take this here. Here's some shooting back here. Oh, it's a little detachment by Happy. He's got a war factory going down and kills a war factory. Blackhawks killing a bunch of Happy's reinforcements. This game is all over the place. I love it. I don't know what it casts. I feel like I'm talking 100 miles a minute, but I kind of have to this game. Happy queuing up to kill that refinery. Medium tanks over to here. Medium tank on medium tank action. Kav's got a decent sized force. This Blackhawk from earlier still super low. Somehow still alive. Still alive. Destroyers are starting to poke at those harvesters. Happy has to pull them off. But Happy does not have the forces here. He's down to 2 Blackhawks left. One of them goes down. 2 rockets left. 3 rockets left. Happy can do it. You can just snipe those, especially as they're going across the SD, but nope. Blackhawk goes down. Rockets are still alive. Gets the last rocket. Nope, it goes down. There's 2 rockets left, actually. He's going to lose at least one of these harvesters. That's unfortunate for him, but at the same time, oh, that must be Kavs. Happy does have tier 3 again. Nope, it was Happy's, but he really needs his armor. He's really hurting on eco. He's still got somehow a 4k float. God, that's crazy. But Happy is in a lot of trouble right now. The army value is insanely different right now. 20,000 to 6,000, 7,000. Happy has a lot of Blackhawks. Medium tank going to survive. Nope. Does not get pulled far enough away. Happy is going to start running out of cash really soon. He is down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 harvesters and a 6-1 right here. They're kind of long distance mining. Needs to get him back over here. He needs to deal with these destroyers. Some rockets would actually probably deal with them pretty good, but this Blackhawk force, there is a AA gun right there, so he's gonna lose a Blackhawk. maybe 2. Oh, 3, 4. All those Blackhawks going down. 2 well-timed AA guns right there. That actually cuts Cav's army value lead down just a little bit, and we're back to square one again. If we see some cruisers in this game, that would be absolutely insane. But it looks like we're back to kind of a stalemate. Both players kind of waiting. Cav still floating 6k. Happy is now broke. Cav is on tier 3, so I imagine we're seeing Tanya from him coming out soon. Yep, both players building a Tanya. Happy is not aware of this flank, and this is kind of his lifeline to eco right now. He's got one harvester back here, which is good. These destroyers are... Oh, okay, I like this. Building a radar jammer to deal with the destroyers, that's going to be really smart. I believe that is Cavs. Yep, these destroyers absolutely not hitting anything. Those rocket destroyers are actually going to deal with that, but this attack on his flank right here is going to be pretty good. Longbow out too, which is nice. And there is Happy's Tanya, but it's in the back. Unfortunately, needs it up in the front right here. Cav pushing off those harvesters and moving away. That's probably the smart move. If I was Happy, you know, scout a little bit just to see if you're retreating in there, and then you could cut them off right here, because you can expect that army to be in a bad or a poorly designed position. He's going to move the radar jammer with the radar jammer. Yeah, let's try that one more time. He's going to move the radar jammer with the destroyers, cut off that, so that's going to be nice too. Ooh, Blackhawks going down to the longbow. That is the power of longbow, and now Happy is going to be able to cut this army off, but he needs to get his tanks into good position, and unfortunately they're not. He needs to get these ones down. Finally, they're coming down. Cav's still going to actually probably take this fight just because the concave's a little bit better. If I'm Happy, you got to press stop right there. Get some support from your air, but he's still going to manage to sweep through. The destroyer's having a bad time against that radar jammer, unless these missiles somehow get lucky and manage to hit it. In which case they will still do damage, but it's very unlikely. No Chronosphere or anything like that out for either side. That could actually be a huge difference right now. Happy doesn't not have a whole lot of vehicles to use a Chronosphere for, but Cav certainly does. He's still on 1 MC, which is surprising. I think 2 MCs is probably better. Happy's MCs are in really good position too. Probably just needs to move this one to the left just a little bit. With this radar jammer here, yeah, you could freely take that fight with those longbows, would be really good against destroyers. No artillery out from either side too, which is kind of surprising. I feel like that would make a pretty big difference. And at allies, you know, sometimes it does come down to that base push. Arty wars. Destroyer's going to go back now with 1 stick in here. That's actually pretty smart. So now Happy has to build a second one if he wants to deal with those destroyers. But yeah, this destroyer going to be completely cut off. He should probably use the longbows against him. Oh, loses the longbow for a Blackhawk. Not the worst trade in the world. It's a $500 difference, but, you know, Blackhawks probably have a little bit more utility in the amount of rockets they can kill. So Cav's finally starting to split up. He's got another tank flank going on, but Happy seems to be aware of it. He's got another attack coming down here with his Tanya. I don't know where Happy's Tanya is. I think it's in the top. Yep. Another radar jammer is up to deny those destroyers, so Happy's playing pretty good. These Blackhawks over here for some reason, I'm not sure why. Happy gonna rotate up to the top. He's gonna see these 3 medium tanks. I mean, if you can jump on 3 medium tanks, I would. It's better to kill them than let them sit there. He's gonna kill the comm center, or he's gonna try to. Now he's gonna try to focus on those medium tanks, but medium tanks are so fast. That's what the longbows are actually probably gonna excel at. I'm just gonna use the Blackhawks to kill this radar jammer down here. And now the harvesters are under threat again. Happy's gonna have to build another radar jammer to deal with that. He's got 3 longbows, but he needs another radar jammer first, and see if he pulls these harvesters back or if they are gonna get killed. Nope, he does pull them back, which is smart. But he actually might lose Blackhawks. Yeah. One Blackhawk barely gets away. That was actually impressive. Now Cav's gonna come in here. His Tanya is right there in the middle, and Happy does not have a Blackhawk to sniper. That's really unfortunate. You got to keep some Blackhawks. You can't just go full longbow. Oh, Cav's also going to attack here in the top 2, and I think this attack's actually really good. There is nothing of armor presence there for Happy. The Chinook, unfortunately, scouting and going down, probably a misclick. Cav's going to push through. Happy's going to try to retreat a little bit, but he's going to lose that MCV for sure. His army is going to split over across here, and Cav's probably going to go on the left side as soon as he goes, sees Happy over here on the right side. Longbows are going to catch a media tank coming in late. That is nice. In fact, Cav with the spy in the middle of his army. That's interesting. Oh, 2 harvesters going down in there to the tank flank and the destroyer support. That sucks. Cav slowly starting to pick Happy apart just a little bit here. This has been a fantastic game so far. We're 25 minutes in, and I still don't know who's going to win. Usually about now you can kind of have an idea, but, you know, Cav has the lead for sure in the army value. Destroyed loss probably actually worse for him, surprisingly. Destroyers killing medium tanks, you don't see that too often. But yeah, 3 rocket soldiers absolutely destroy destroyers. Oh, this could be very interesting. Cav's got the Blackhawk support and the tank numbers, but Happy has the better concave. A little bit more armor left, and I think that's going to make all the difference there. Cav's going to be able to push through, and with that there, we've finally seen some artillery. That could make a big difference. Let's see how good the artillery hits are. I think the first one's going to be pretty good. Yeah, that was fantastic. Going to lose a harvester, maybe? Yep, goes down to a 1 tank shot. All these artillery shells, they're missing. He needs to get them off target fire. Oh, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. I'm not sure if he meant to do that or not. Oh, now Happy, he's feeling the pressure. He's going to attack here, and it's not going to be good. Infantry getting conga line. It's Tawny versus Tawny of action. And Happy goes in and calls a GG. Unfortunate end right there. The target fire on the artillery got stuck in force fire. I've done that too. Sometimes you just need an attack move. He was trying to get, you know, the perfect angle of shot, and they just got stuck on that force fire. And then infantry pathing is abysmal. He went conga line into a Tanya, which is Tanya's wet dream. Cav taking game 1 against Happy. Happy is probably going to be pretty frustrated himself, but I think he played a fantastic game. That's probably the best game that Cav's had all season. Maybe against the ones for SAR, which I don't think I actually saw. I know that they split 1-1, so Cav has lost. We'll have to see how he does in game 2.
Battle control initialized.
Alright, we are back here in game 2. Looks like Cav this time is random allies into Germany. Happy also relay random allies into France. We are once again on Snap. I actually think this is probably the map that Happy picked. I'll have to take a look. No banners. Yep. So this is Happy's pick. I think for some reason he liked this, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the reminiscence of Shadow Fiend 2, but we'll have to see how he plays on this map, how Cav plays on this map. It'll be very interesting for me to see how these players pick this map and what they do. A little bit of replay analysis going on while Cassie's playing, which is always fun. Looks like Happy's going to go straight for the middle oil derrick. Not a bad idea. Both players going rifles first for it. Looks like... Oh, I do like this from Happy. He's going to try to snipe these oil barrels, and maybe get some infantry, but unfortunately Cav's going to be... Oh, no, never mind. Actually gets the first kill on the barrel. That's going to make a huge difference, and Cav is suddenly going to get pushed out. Did he just... I think Happy just shot his own barrel next to his rifle, so that guy said, screw this, I'm out of here. Nice day to see you all in the afterlife. Happy, or Cav rather, going to get that engineer on the backside oil derrick. Happy going for the center oil derrick with his engineer. I think I like this a little bit better. Oh, but he is going to lose 2 rifles there, which is unfortunate. Now he's going to do some force fire. But he's actually losing more rifles than he needs to because of that. I would think just keep him on this side of oil derrick, capture that oil derrick, and then use that advantage into your advantage. But Happy's going to take that middle oil derrick. Cav is waiting slowly. Both players... No, what is going on here? Happy is ahead of Cav. Got his second power plant out. Yeah, Cav's just a little bit behind in build for some reason. Cav's going to try to come in here, but Happy does have the vision advantage. But Cav has the numbers advantage, but unfortunately he moves back to the going forward, which is probably what he should have done. Happy's chipping off that army value. Very close, 700 to 800 loss. There's a dance around there. Oh, the barrels? The barrels! Do it. He tried. I think he tried. He missed, unfortunately. Looks like Cav's engineer is waiting in the wings, and he's going to be able to take this because Happy is slowly stringing in rifles, which is unfortunate. He's going to grab a second oil derrick, but he's going to lose that second oil derrick to Cav in just a second here. He does have a secondary rifle. Oh, it was just a little bit early. Had he waited just a half second longer, probably would have been fine. Yeah, Cav a full 20 seconds behind on his ore factory. That actually could matter if Happy goes for Ranger, which he is. He's not going to be able to save this derrick, but he might be able to snipe the engineer and keep his engineer alive longer, which will allow him to grab these other 2 oil derricks, which are so far neglected they might have been missed. Again, these are very easy to miss on this map if you're not paying attention. Happy's going to load up his Ranger, so he's not going to try to contest this oil derrick. I mean, I guess it's fine. You're worried about losing it anyways. Same time, Cav also going for a Ranger first, so looks like he's going to be focusing on the oil derricks. that can make it a kind of a game of you actually want to get to the Oil Derrick second, just because, you know, you can, I don't know, getting to the Oil Derrick second means you're sealing them, you're decapping them, which is better in the long run, but it's also exposing your engineer to a ranger. But at the same time, if, you know, if Happy goes up here and he tries to grab this one up here, and Kav just goes down to this one, like, that ranger's not going to get there in time, so you're pretty much constantly decapping your opponent's rangers, which is super annoying. What else we got going on? Happy is still 20 seconds ahead. His SD is coming out. Makes sense to do the one light vehicle play on this map. You want to get that expansion out early as possible, since, you know, you do have a decent amount of eco and you do have this extra mine, but, you know, grabbing this oil double mine and then pushing here is really good for your economic long run. And like I said, Kav's just going to go ahead and decap this. Happy's ranger is over here on the back, and Kav has rifles there, so they're not going to get there, unfortunately. So now Kav is up 3 Oil Derricks to 1, which is making a big difference there. So I think that being there second is actually going to work out in his favor. You know, he's going to come over here, and it's going to be 4 Oil Derricks to 1, and that's going to start to snowball pretty significantly there. Yeah, I don't know. Happy's definitely on the back foot early on. I thought he had a great engagement here. Just unfortunately Kav outmaneuvered him a little bit, which just goes to show, you know, Kav's talent of that. Got his 5th harvester up. His MC is out just a little bit slower than Happy's. Again, that's the 20 seconds difference. Army values are relatively similar. Happy's got a little bit of an edge. And Kav, once again, has 4 Oil Derricks to 1. That's a lot of extra income. He's going to get 1,200, 1,600 per minute ahead of Happy. I guess it's only 1,200 because he has the 1 Oil Derrick. Happy a little slow to deploy on there, but that's fine. Needs to start transferring his harvester over. He's got 1. Probably can wait off on the second one just a little bit, and it looks like he is going to go ahead and push across to this single ore patch, which I think is the correct move. Kav's also set up. First tank is out for him. Happy should probably have 2 tanks out. Yep, he does. Takes 22 seconds for a medium tank to be built, so that 20-second difference is pretty much an extra tank for Happy. Ranger does spot that the MCV is there. That is nice too. Does not get the pillbox, so that could be good for Happy. Looks like Kav's going to try to decap this Oil Derrick, and now he's decapping that one, so there's a dance of Oil Derricks and engineers here. I think, unfortunately, Kav is winning that battle just because he has the nature of 4 to 1 Oil Derricks. Kav's army just kind of chilling on his base. I mean, both players kind of using these rangers as Oil Derrick decappers rather than scout, and scouts would probably be pretty good. Double ranger out here would probably be pretty important, actually. Oh, this ranger actually going to run into Happy's blob and get killed instantly. Goodbye, ranger. So that is unfortunate for Kav. So that means, oh, he's going to get the engineer. Yep. And that ends the battle of Oil Derricks. Kav won there, so I think he's going to win the game, obviously. If you win the Oil Derrick battle, you're going to win the game. That's OpenRA 1-on-1 or something like that. I don't know. I didn't go through the academy. I just teach at the academy. But, you know, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the academy anymore. Kav just being very defensive right now. I mean, I guess maybe with this has not 3 medium tanks split off. I hate this so much. They're so fast. They can outrun harvesters. Happy is allies, so you can just mechanic them back. But as Soviets, there's not much you can do, and it kind of sucks. I think that's why allies are a little bit more favored than Soviets right now in this modern day. These big maps like this can absolutely be troubled by tank flanks and stuff like that. But it looks like Kav is more concerned with just killing the Oil Derricks, so that's going to keep him at 4-0. But Happy is on with a second engineer to decap one, so it's going to be 2-1 since this middle Derrick was also killed by Happy just a second ago. I do like this from Happy. He moved across here, and now he's snake walking to this expansion. He's going to have to reposition that MCV just a little bit, probably right here, so he can cover across. But Kav on these tank flanks, that's going to be very dangerous to actually get through. And playing this passive game like this, you know, the longer Happy waits to attack and lets these, you know, tanks get into his eco lines, lets the defender's advantage grow for pillbox and stuff like that. That makes it that much more effective for the tank flanks. 3 ones on the right side getting pushed back. These ones on the left side are going to be more than happy to poke at that harvester and actually might get it. Nope, Happy pulls it off good. See Tier 2 coming out for him. Tier 2 is also ready for Kav, so that's going to be good. We're going to see some Blackhawk first Blackhawk action again. And Happy very, very aggressive with his move outs with the MTV. I like this. Kav is being a little bit more slow, a little bit more methodical. So Happy, if he can get this game to go to the long run, he's going to have a much better economic advantage. And similar, I think it was Tux and Unano, like, controlling this middle is kind of important. You know, having an MCV here is really great for rotations. But at the same time, you do have to have these scouts on this flank because this is a big army from Kav, and if it gets all the way back here unnoticed, that is going to be a huge problem. I do like this from Happy. He is trying to focus on those tank flanks and at least some infantry in his ore fields to kind of counteract that. And that rifle does scout that there was an army there, and Happy does have his ranger again. We're seeing artillery early this time. Alright, so it's getting a little bit more spicy again. Both players keeping their scouts relatively aware. Happy starting to lose a little bit of ground on the left side, but at the same time, he does control more than half the map, just barely. Both players splitting pretty heavily, although I think Happy's a little bit more split since he has like 3 armies going across this army, dealing with this army, like the ranger trying to scout there. Probably just leave it there for now and just keep your eyes on it. Or he's going to keep pushing forward with it. I like that. First Blackhawks out for both players, and we're probably going to see some base pushing. I think that's the correct move once the tank flanks get shut down with really good scouting like this, and there's not much else you can do besides base push on the map, or just risk some tank flanks getting caught and killed. Turk out for Kav, so he's going to have that advantage for just a little bit. No artillery's out for Kav, that could make all the difference. Blackhawk getting some value there, just chipping away. Oh, and Anya already out for Happy, so that was a quick tier 3 transition. We are 9 minutes in, we're already at tier 3. I do like that. Kav's going to have no tier 3 for quite a while. In fact, he's trying to build more refineries. It's going to be a big attack right here, and there is 1 artillery, 2 artillery in the back, and Tanya, so I think this is going to be pretty good for Happy. As long as he doesn't overcommit and doesn't run into too much Blackhawk trouble. Blackhawk goes down. I think that might have been the AA gun. Kav's going to try to defend here, and Happy's going to retreat a little bit. He's being very passive. Doesn't want to overcommit. I like that too. Oh, but he does lose his Tanya. That could make all the difference. Artillery getting some decent shots off. 1 more shot. Not bad, not bad. Fortunately, it goes down, and oh no, Kav is going to attack on the right, and Happy's pulling everything to the left. Oh, I don't like that. That actually might be a problem. He's going to miss that. He does have the ranger there, so he should see it. We'll have to see. Tanya comes back out. There is another Blackhawk, but it's out of ammo. This Tanya going to get so much value. Oh, this is devastating. Blackhawk goes down before it can kill Tanya. Kav's going to lose on this left side for sure, and he's getting flanked over here. But the problem is Happy is not aware of this. I mean, he looks like he is actually aware of this. That's great. Attack on this left side, finally getting cleaned up. But Happy's going to lose this MCV. Not super important. I mean, it might matter since now he has no build radius right here, and his Tanya's on the wrong side. He does have 3 Blackhawks that can help deal with this, but that is a big army from Kav on the left side. At the same time, Kav has to deal with this in his main base, and I don't know if he has enough. Blackhawk is getting a little away. I think Happy might have just taken this. That early tier 3 might have made the difference. Blackhawk goes down. This attack right here still got a lot of steam, but there is another artillery, and that's probably gonna shut the deal right there. If he can get some good shots off, we'll have to see. Kav has nothing left in his main base. This artillery, great shots right there. Yeah, I think Happy just won this game. Gonna kill the war factory, which doesn't even produce anything. Kav, bad W select on all of his harvesters. I think Happy just won. Oh, and Tanya gets rebuilt over there too to cut off the rest of the attack. Yep. Happy managed to win Kav on this, and it is pretty much over. He has 1 MCV left, no war factory. He's getting pretty close to Bark. Happy is floating 6k. These pillboxes could be pretty nasty though with these tanks in the back. But I think Happy he's got the tech advantage. He's got Tanya. He's fine. He's gonna be able to attack on this left side in just a second too. Got that little tank flank in the back with the infantry support. Harvesters get pushed off. That's pretty much all of Kav's eco. He's got 3 harvesters left over here on the dead patch, but that's it. And now Happy is gonna death ball into the middle. Probably clear through here and hope he set to win game 2. So we might have to see a best of 3 decide first place. If Fazar drops, we'll have to see if that happens. Still waiting to see where his PCE situation ends up. Kav's gonna give a good valiant effort to mounted defense here. I just don't see it happening. He does not have enough infantry, and Happy has more than enough assets in the top to deal with all of those harvesters there. Hav's going to turn into that army, kill it, and there is the GG from Kav. So 1-1 was the split. Happy even rebuilt an MCV. Well played, Happy. After game 1, you looked pretty good, and then game 2 you just looked phenomenal. So that could be the Raggle finals right there. Just, you know, at least 3 more games at that rate. So I'm pretty pleased with that. That first game was really good. The second game was a lot quicker, but still just a mastercraft of positioning, and you know, the quick tech and Tanya absolutely made a huge difference there. The artillery this time too. I don't think it got too many great hits, but just the threat of artillery can be a big thing. So I guess losing the oil derrick battle did not win Cav the game, and it'd be like that sometimes. So I'll see y'all next week.